Welcome everyone, my name is Matthew Sack. I'm a salesperson here at Feldmann Imports Mercedes-Benz. Today we're going to be talking about our 2020 GLA 250 4MATIC opposed to our 2021 GLA 250 4MATIC. As we might know, the 2021 GLA 250 was actually redesigned for the model year 2021. So some great differences between the two vehicles. So really starting on the exterior of both of the vehicles here, some of the bigger differences, width and length-wise, right around the same. They did change a little bit, decreased on the 2021, but we did gain about 3.5 inches of height. What that does for us really in the interior of the vehicle, we gained about 2.1 inches of headroom space. Some also great standard features that were typically optional on the 2020 model. So we have LED headlights that are going to be a standard feature on the 2021, something you had to purchase extra on the 2020. Also have a nice LED tail light in the back as well, something that wasn't offered for the 2020 GLA. Really just to help ensure that people behind you can see you a little bit better when we apply the brakes to the vehicle. Overall, the engine, still going to run the 2-liter inline-4 turbo. Biggest differences really, we went from 208 for horsepower to 221. Both vehicles do entail that 258 foot-pounds of torque. And the other difference here, we're running a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission in the 2020 opposed to a 8-speed dual-clutch transmission in the 2021. What that really did for us fuel economy-wise, we did gain a couple miles per gallon on the 2021, so opposed to a 31 post to a 33 posting now. As well as we also did gain about a mile per gallon in city as well, so from 24 to 25 miles per gallon. Next up really is to get inside the vehicle. That's really where the big differences come along here. All right, now inside the vehicle here, as we can see here, if we've seen the 2021 GLA, big differences here. I mean, tons of innovation. Really, when we look here, with our Premium 1 package is an optional package. We get our 10.25-inch screens here. Also now available with our touchscreen. So we do have the touchscreen availability here, which is nice for those folks who, of course, just like to be able to touch a screen. You have that availability now in the GLA. We also do have a new generation touchpad. Touchpads were never offered in the GLA for 2020 and below. We really had just kind of that control dial, and that was really in whole how we navigated around our screen on the right side here. So we do have a new generation touchpad for those folks who do like the, the safer opportunity rather than reaching. We can just plant our hand here on our little hand rest here, and of course use this touchpad to navigate around this side of the screen. The other big parts here is our new generation steering wheel. So a couple different things here. Our cruise control stick used to actually be behind the wheel of the steering column, or behind the wheel on the steering column itself. We now have that on the front face of the steering wheel. So a little less confusing, a little easier to use. But really the big thing that we got going on here, what really makes this vehicle the ultimate hands-free vehicle, is really when we take a look, we have touchpads on either side of the steering wheel. Left side, of course, to our left screen here, right side to the right. And again, this is just another option similar to that touchpad we talked about earlier, that we can navigate around the screen and get what we want up on the screen with just simple finger gestures. So again, sliding along here, we can change the channel, we can change what we have displayed there. Same thing for our side over here. When we talk about, the customization available in this vehicle, I mean, you can have all sorts of different things. We can have things like our trip, things like how many miles we have on the vehicle, fuel economy, things like that. Even down to our navigation, we can have our turn-by-turn navigation displayed up there. Also radio settings. I mean, really endless options as far as what you can have up on the screen available there. The other big part, really, when we talk about this system here, MBUX stands for the Mercedes-Benz User Experience. In a nutshell, we have a simple voice command, and I'll actually show you how it works. Hey Mercedes,
how can I help?
Turn on the driver's side heated seat.
Okay, I'll switch you on the seat heating on the driver's seat.
And as you can see there, again, it will turn on the heated seat there for me. So again, we talk about a hands-free vehicle, really the ultimate hands-free vehicle in the market to date. Down to the touchpads, not having to take our hand off the wheel at all to get what we want displayed on the screen, all the way down to a simple voice command as well. And not to take away from any of the other standard features in this vehicle as well, in the inside of the vehicle, we've got some great features that are standard that were actually optional in the 2020. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, smartphone integration is going to be a standard feature within the vehicle. One option that was never offered for the 2020 GLA that I think a lot of folks are really going to love the idea of is that we do have an optional heated steering wheel. And again, something that was not offered in the previous generation. And as you can really notice, you can see the difference really here between the two vehicles as far as the headroom space goes. Again, we're talking 2.1 inches of headroom space gained with that 3.5 inch height gain. Overall, when we take a look at the vehicle here, the innovation done throughout the years, I mean, it's so impressive. And really, when you talk about the ease of driving and not being distracted, this is really the ultimate way to get yourself behind the wheel of a vehicle that makes the driving experience that much easier and less stressful. All right, and thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Again, my name is Matthew Sack. I'm a salesperson here at Feldmann Imports. If you decide to come on in, definitely look me up. Would love to take care of you and get you the experience behind the wheel of the new 2021 GLA 250 4MATIC. Thank you.